Hey you, it's another beautiful day. Let's watch some stuff.
Whenever you crave a hamburger, be sure to watch this video. The production process might even make you lose your appetite. First, workers put purchased frozen ground meat into a grinder. They also add a certain proportion of fat to make the ground meat finer, making it taste like fresh meat chunk. Then, they pour pre-prepared ingredients and the ground meat into a mixer, along with red high-tech sauce and breadcrumbs, and mix them together evenly. The prepared meat filling is then sent to the next workshop, where it's poured into a massive container and pressed into evenly sized patties. They are then sent through a conveyor belt into a high-temperature steaming box to dry the moisture. At this point, you'll notice that the originally soft patties instantly become firm, making them much more appetizing. Next, the workers will sear them over a fierce fire to bring out a richer charred flavor. Finally, they are packaged with vegetable salad, sauce, and slices of ham on a bun, completing your favorite high-tech burger. After watching this video, would you still dare to eat a hamburger?
At first, I was pretty certain that that was like the factory for one of the fast food chains out here in the States. And then they put a slice of ham on it, and whatever that glop vegetable salad they said it was, that's not American. I'm not sure where those burgers are, but it's not traditional for us to put a slice of ham on a burger like that. So I'm not sure where it was, but it wouldn't surprise me at all if that was, how a lot of the patties are made for some of the fast food restaurants out here. It's kind of unappetizing, but it beats the heck out of soy isolate and protein globules. Excuse me while I get really close, and thank you so much for joining me today. If you're having a good time, please hit that like button and consider subscribing, and then come back tomorrow, because I'm making a new video every day.
A video surveillance camera filmed an absolutely crazy scene. When this mother was walking down the road with her daughter, something truly improbable is about to happen right behind them. If you look closely, you'll notice there's a cat behind them who's also walking with them. Well, look at this cat carefully, and most importantly, look at what he does. He's walking normally behind the mother and the daughter, and after a while, for whatever reason, look at what he does. He literally backflips. The mom hears something, so she turns around, but unfortunately, it's already too late. If you agree she missed out on something crazy, subscribe.
Major NPCs over there, what are they doing? Just standing looking through the glass what's gone on inside. They keep walking up and down and doing exactly the same thing. Oh, something just weird. The major NPCs. That's weird. Look. What is that? What are they doing? Weird.
So those were glitches in the Matrix. The first one, the cat looked like it may have been startled by the car behind them revving their engine or something like that, and that's why it did the funny little flip. As far as the over-under of the interview with that baseball player, and he caught that ball, somebody must have just edited themselves into that. I don't know if it was the top one or the bottom one, but one of them was definitely edited in. And with that last one, it looked a little set up. I've seen that a few times, and just the way that the people are walking, maybe that's the whole thing, that they look set up. They don't look like actual people. They look like robots in that situation. I guess that's the whole point, right? But then again, if it's set up, then they're told, hey, do this. So, I don't know.
Say the weird thing. Say the weird thing. Okay, I'm gonna just say it. Chicken used to bleed. Ask your mama, ask your grandma. Chicken used to bleed. When you baked it, when you fried it, the blood used to come up out of the chicken. Sometime between, 2018, don't quote me. Don't quote me. Sometime between 2018 and now, they took out the real chicken and gave us, I don't know what it is. I'm gonna show y'all something right here. Where's the blood? Where's the blood? Oh, look, we got a little bit right here. I don't know what we've been eating, but we all know that there's not nearly enough chickens to accommodate human needs at all. Where's the blood, y'all? Where's the blood?
calling my mom.
Hello.
Hey, I have a question. Sorry, I forgot you were sick. I didn't mean to bother you. I was just watching a video and it was saying something about chicken, how chicken used to be. Do you remember when we used to cook chicken, do you remember it bleeding a long time ago and now it doesn't?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Wait, get a chicken?
No, I was just watching a video and it's all, ask your mom, ask your grandma, ask everybody. And I was like, oh my goodness, I'm going to call and find out because I remember it bleeding and I just wanted to ask you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you had to make double sure that it was all cooked all the way through.
Right? All right, Mama. I'm going to let you go. I love you. I'm sorry to bother you.
It's okay. I'm watching Little People.
Okay. Go get some rest.
The Johnsons.
Okay. Get some rest, Mama. I love you.
I'm going to take some NyQuil.
Yeah, do that. Do that. I love you.
I love you too.
All right. Bye, Mama.
Bye-bye.
I totally remember it bleeding too. Do you remember it bleeding?
Charging. There are many different ways you can charge the body, like grounding or standing next to trees. You are a biological battery. When you feel hungry, this is not actually hunger, it's the body getting rid of waste and toxins within the body. It's important that you fast. After 3 days of fasting, your body starts to produce stem cells and regenerates each cell. Fruits and vegetables is real food. It's charged by the sun. It's going to give you photons. We need protons, which is protein, and we need nutrition, which is neutrons. We are light beings. By eating fruits and vegetables, this will charge you electromagnetically. This is why you get charged in a court, because you're a biological battery. And when you get charged, you sit in a cell, a prison cell, a battery cell. Hue equals light. We are light beings manifested into physical form. This is the lowest vibrational stuff you could possibly put in your body. The link is in the bio for this PDF.
So I'm fairly certain that that whole video was just a bunch of hooey. Because you get charged in court and then you go to a battery cell to charge. Come on, that's just silly. And you're protons, so you need protein and nutrition, your neutrons, and No. And I'm quite the opposite when it comes to food. I prefer meat. I don't eat plants typically. Maybe like once in a while I'll have like a bit of onion or something like that, but no. I just that whole video, there was zero information there. I apologize.
I'm about to teach you something terrible. If you don't want to learn something terrible, you should swipe. This is an ice pick. Should you perform surgery with it? No. Can you? Yes. Back in the 1930s, there was a Portuguese neurologist named Antonio Moniz. He developed a relatively complex procedure called the leucectomy. We know it as the lobotomy. His procedure was complicated enough that it required a surgeon. That surgeon would drill a hole on each side of the head. Then a small metal probe would be placed inside and swished around, thus altering the frontal lobe. That was the normal part of the story. This is where it starts to get dark. This is where Dr. Walter Freeman enters the picture. He loves this procedure and the results that it gives. What he doesn't like is the fact that you need a surgeon and it requires specialized tools. So after doing a bit of research, he realized that you could reach the frontal lobe through the orbit of the skull, right here. Patients would be given some local anesthetic, the eyeball would be moved out of place, and then an ice pick would be gently inserted into the upper orbit of the eye. And by gently, I mean using a small mallet. Once inserted, the pick would be given a few good swishes. If it was a really troublesome case, it would be repeated on the other side. And if you were really lucky, you woke up a changed person. And that was a big if, because this procedure had a 14% mortality rate. And in many cases, you'd be awake, but you'd also be a vegetable from permanent brain damage. These terrible statistics did not stop this man from performing this procedure 3,439 times. His youngest patient, just 11 years old. And I know in this day and age, a lobotomy sounds like a barbaric procedure, but back then, this was the cutting edge of psychosurgery. And it wasn't just in the United States. In the UK, variations of this procedure were used 50,000 times. That's a lot of scrambled brains. One of those variations was used in 1974. Thank goodness antipsychotics came along, because that's what put an end to this procedure. I was not harmed during the making of this. I told you I was going to teach you terrible things, so if you're still here, that's on you.
So, a study was done, and about 75% of the patients that Freeman had lobotomized were women. And get this, women were expected to be calm, cooperative, and attentive to domestic affairs. So, a lot of the women, if they were just outspoken or a little bit melancholy, kind of like a little sad, depressed a bit, they're going to get their brain doodled with.
Baby, I wish it was just a chicken, but that's why you got a Kroger's Plus card, a Publix card, a shopper's card, because that's how they record everything you eat. They know exactly what you eat. They know what we like. It's called AI. It's called databases. It's called data analysis. Every time you swipe that card to save them couple of little coins at Kroger, you're basically telling them everything that you eat. So you're just basically pre-ordering your own stuff. So if they know what you like because they have it on record, that's the easiest way to poison somebody, because they know you're going to buy that same stuff every month. They know what you got on your grocery list probably better than you do. That's why they send you coupons for the stuff that you buy. It's very simple.
I never even thought of that. Every time you go in, you punch in your number. Duh. That's freaking obvious, and my brain never even thought about that until just now. I even got some coupons in the mail yesterday from our local Ralph's, and I'm like, I buy exactly all of these things. How did they know? And what's funny is they give you a percentage off, or like 50 cents off, if you buy 2 of something that you would normally buy 1 of. So today I went to the store and I bought 2 of them to get that 50 cents off. I saved $1.60 today. And I didn't even think about that. That's how they get you.
So yeah, I got transferred to this room with this mirror. If there's no space, leave this place, right? Well, guess what else is fucking weird about this? If you're wondering what I mean by if no space, leave this place, this is a regular mirror. You can see there's space between my fingers. There is no space between my fingers. Yeah, I don't have a lot of options, so literally that's what I...
How many of y'all didn't know that? Because I didn't know that. That was completely new to me, and I'm going to touch every single mirror I come across from now on. I'm just going to be like, does this one? Just cause I don't need anybody watching me. That's an invasion of privacy.
What happens in this hotel room?
You can see you got this mirror that's just like randomly screwed to the wall. I also can touch my own finger with it. I thought, well, what's behind there? Like, is there potentially something hiding? So behind it is just a closet. So I guess we're fine. But look. What?
That one threw me for a loop. At first I thought, okay, well, there's a closet there, so maybe the sticking your finger on the mirror thing doesn't work. But then there's a hole in the ceiling, which makes me wonder if that closet was always there. That's creepy. Some weird, freaky stuff must be going down in that hotel. I'd be like, change my room, please.
Some researchers in the Harvard Ethics Department found something interesting. Pharmaceutical companies regularly design and fund continuing education programs for doctors through a conduit known as an MEC, or a medical education company. The pharmaceutically sponsored events are usually the biggest and the best ones, probably because the pharmaceutical companies spend more on sales and marketing than actual research. You can look these numbers up yourself online. They spend more money trying to convince doctors that these drugs work well than they do trying to get the drugs to actually work well.
That is so true. Not only that, but they also spend a lot of money giving bonuses to doctors who prescribe their medications. There are pharmaceutical reps that go doctor's office to doctor's office, buying them lunches, taking them out, and all kinds of stuff, bringing them gifts and go, oh, hey, by the way, here's some sample packs of this new medication that we've got for such and such an ailment. And if you prescribe it, we're going to give you this much money. I think there's actually, I did a video, oh God, it was so long ago. If I can find it, I'll put a link in the description below. I'm going to try to find it. But there is a website that you can actually go to, and it'll tell you how much these doctors were paid to prescribe these medications that are boosted by the pharmaceutical companies.
You ever heard of the Bob Ross theory?
No, I haven't.
Nah?
No, what's that?
So you know who he is. He's a painter.
He's a painter.
So he does paintings like this, like very landscape paintings, a lot of nature shit, right?
Yeah.
So anyways, there's a theory that Bob Ross paints the landscapes and paints the areas of places where he hid bodies.
What?
Yeah.
Nah.
So take this in. So this is one of his most famous paintings ever. This painting, it's called Happy Little Accidents, right?
Yeah.
Now, this painting is an exact comparison to this real life place with this tree.
Okay.
And at this location, they found 5 women half eaten alive.
Half eaten?
And buried under the tree.
Where is this?
I think this is in the States somewhere.
Who would eat bodies though?
I don't know. But keep in mind the title, Happy Little Accidents. So Bob Ross painted it and titled it Happy Little Accidents. Why is that such a sus name? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And so what are his other paintings like? Also like,
oh, there's another one that's like betrayal and grief. There's different titles. But the theory goes that every single painting that he's done is a clue, or at least even the exact location of where he hid these bodies that he's.
Oh, so he's.
Yeah.
What?
This is the first time I've heard the Bob Ross theory, and I'm not a fan. I like Bob Ross, and I don't see that personally, but it could be an excellent disguise. There is a theory about Garth Brooks, however, how his tour dates line up with missing persons, and I think that is a little suspicious. Garth Brooks is a weird dude. On that note, I'm going to call it for today. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate your time. Come back tomorrow. It's going to be my 100th episode. I'm super excited. I've taken a whole bunch of suggestions and we're going to put them all together and it's going to be fantastic. So until then, have a wonderful day.